Welcome back, everybody, to the weekly members podcast. Looks like everybody is in good spirits this week again. Welcome back, JD. Appreciate you sticking with us here and not thinking we're a bunch of weird freaks and ditching us. So appreciate you joining and sticking around. Hopefully, we'll see you many more weeks because we may need a replacement for Kyle. So
Ouch.
let's jump right into it. Christy, we'll start with NBA. Christy mentioned this, and I plan to mention this. My Netflix has, we'll say I don't have Netflix right now. How about that? But I've been waiting to start watching the Jailblazers series, which was that group is the reason I started watching the Blazers. That was pretty close to win right after they got Rasheed Wallace. And to me, I mean, I thought they had like a platoon system. They literally had like two like starting fives. I thought all those players, they were young, dumb, and full of weed smoke. Actually, that doesn't rhyme, but it's they were all full of weed smoke. But I love that team, and that's why I stuck with them. I wouldn't say they broke my heart. I would say that Kobe and Shaq did. And that kind of what kicked off the that Lakers dynasty. But that Jailblazers team was completely awesome, and I can't wait to watch that and rehash some of that. That was some great times in the '90s there. But let's get to a little bit more current events, where we'll talk about some NBA we got going on. We got two, we'll say surprises still. Blazers are still beating the Spurs technically for the moment. And as Kyle predicted could happen, if Boston goes completely cold, then the Sixers can, well, unsuck. So I'll give it to you, Kyle, first. You tell me about what you're seeing and if you think anything's changed in the last 30 minutes.
Well, a couple things. First and foremost, you said you don't have Netflix. Is that because somebody took their account back from you? So you were sharing it, you were bootlegging it from somebody, and they said no more?
No, it was
Okay.
under my mom's name, and we're trying to get it switched. But every once in a while, it'll just say, and the reason we're getting it switched is we use it a lot more than her, and all of a sudden it'll say this device is not part of your home. Yeah, and I'm like,
not part of your household.
yeah, and
I get that sometimes.
It'll be. I have one TV that it'll work on almost religiously, and just last week it just stopped and did its little thing. So I'm like, all right, so we'll figure it out. But I'm looking forward to that. It's definitely been queued up for me.
It's a great watch.
I mean, look, I'm watching the Sixers, and look, they're up right now, but it's exactly what I talked about earlier. I mean, they're going to go up, and it's because the Celtics went cold. It's only the third quarter, so I'm not getting overly excited yet because the Celtics can catch fire, and then all of a sudden, here we are. They're only up 3, and then they're down 3, and then they're down 8. So, but they're playing much better, and they're playing with more sense of urgency this game than they definitely did in game 1. So it's encouraging to see that they remembered how to play defense at the 3-point line. Albeit not well, but they're at least contesting shots at the 3-point line. And we'll see what happens. I mean, Kelly Oubre right now, him and VJ Edgecombe are playing out of their minds. I don't think that's sustainable for a whole series. So, look, if they can sneak one out, great. If they can't, at least they made it competitive. So, as long as they keep playing like this the rest of the series, I'll be happy.
I mean, it's not just sneaking one out. I mean, you stole home field advantage if you win this game. I mean, that would be a big thing. Like same thing like that the Hawks did. I'm not saying the Hawks are going to win, and I don't think they are, and I don't think anybody thinks the Sixers are going to win this series either. But still, stealing home field advantage is quite a thing, though.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I mean, it's if they had another person on the team, like, and I'm not even talking about Embiid, but if they did have a healthy Embiid or just like somebody else, the center position with Bona and Drummond, like in game 1, they both had 2 fouls within the first 5 minutes. So like, how do you knew the game was toast after that, but like, if you can't rebound against the Celtics take all those 3-point shots. So there's a tendency for long rebounds. If you can't rebound the ball, you're screwed. And that's what ends up happening when the Sixers usually play Boston. Boston has like 15 offensive rebounds against them, So It'll be interesting. Look, I'm just hopeful that they can keep playing this competitive and at least make it interesting. So maybe the rest of the series, it isn't like a 15-point spread every single game. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's a little closer. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What about your Knicks, JD?
This is the thing. So game one, after the first quarter, Brunson shot 1 for 11. And if things hadn't worked out, they could be down 2-0. And this was only the second time I saw with a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. The last time they'd lost was the choke game with Reggie Miller. So, you know what? I didn't think they were an NBA Finals team. And I feel like in this first series, I don't know if you all agree with this, but you got to put teams away. If you can put teams away, you can put your throat on them. Get out in 4 or 5 games. This could go 7, and this could be – and they get Celtics next round, right? If they win, we get Celtics next round, which would be –
Yeah.
I don't know. And he only used his lineup for 11 minutes, his top guys. They said Brown's playing on with the lineup, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, they should have won last night. They didn't even play a good first half, and they were up 7. So, we put on the hockey. We say, no, let's just watch the hockey. It's less stressful. Let's just watch hockey.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
We can talk about hockey. I'm gonna.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to switch. I was just saying. That's why I said let's just watch hockey. Beat the crap out of each other. They go from there.
I'll be silent for that one. I'll let whoever wants to talk about that talk about it because, I mean, I guess I'm a default Caps fan. I have a Braden Holtby autographed Funko Pop behind me, but
But I wanted to ask you all, y'all. Pistons have lost 11 in a row at home in the playoffs. I mean, they could get knocked out by Orlando teams. So I don't know what's,
it happened to Cleveland last year. Cleveland looks, like the team to beat in all of NBA. Forget about just the East.
Right.
And Magic is another. We were on the previous pod. We were talking about some of the younger NBA teams, and I kind of forgot the Magic are definitely one of those young NBA teams that got pretty good fire there, and they play pretty well together. So, I mean, they look good. I mean, when they beat the bejesus out of the Hornets, it looked like it was like, it was the Hornets just not being up to the task. But in that first game, they just carried that momentum, and they look great.
They're definitely a streaky team. That's why I said to Kyle, like, depending upon where they are in their streak, look out. Like, when Orlando gets hot, they can be a scary team to have to go up against. And yeah, they look like they're potentially in that nice streak right now. So
for sure, it's a tough matchup for Detroit, especially if Cunningham's not 100%. It's a tough matchup.
Well, Cunningham at 39. Cunningham at 39 the first game. So I don't know what. Yeah. Right, you're right. If Cunningham isn't playing, I just don't. They were so dominant during the regular season until he got hurt, and I'm like, that's why they play the playoffs. So
yeah, and it's almost like it messed their momentum up. And then look, if he's at 80%, he's still a damn good player. Don't get me wrong, right? But like the chemistry of that team for the last like week and a half to 2 weeks of the season without him. Then you have him come back for the playoffs. It does mess your chemistry up a little bit. So maybe that's what happened in game one. It was a little rust, a little everything.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we could talk about the Phillies and Mets rust, but that's a story for another day.
We'll get there. No, it'll be for today. That'll be for today. Don't worry, we'll get there.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. I'm sure Paul can't wait to gloat about that.
Yeah, I'm on there. It's on there. It's got some stars next to it. I already gave the precursor to it on the Discord there. Is there anything hockey related for the playoffs? I think, what was it? I saw, what is the percentage to make the playoffs? Like 3.8 or something like that for the Flyers, like sometime in March. And then here we are.
They were 9 points out. They were 9 points out of the 8th spot. And not only did they make the playoffs, but they became the hottest team in the Eastern Conference, maybe even the NHL. And the fact that they're you're talking about young teams in the NFL or the NBA. I mean, the NHL right now, young team is the Flyers. They don't even know what they're playing for to have any pressure on them. They're going into this and they're just playing free. And like Porter Martoni and I call him Martoni. I think it's Martone, but Porter Martoni, because he's 19 years old. He has fresh legs. He just got drafted last year. Like the
See the
dude's
kid from
playing.
Michigan State?
Yeah.
I think
He's
there's
just
an R in his name, like Edgercombe.
There might be. But you remind me of Randy with your failing of English, so I don't know if I trust you on that one. But look, the Flyers are playing great right now. They're actually playing defense, and what they've done against Pittsburgh so far is what Pittsburgh usually does against them. So the Flyers are coming out and being the more physical and more disciplined team, and they're forcing Pittsburgh to kind of play back and then play on the defensive, like against all that like hitting and everything that the Flyers are doing. And usually that's how Pittsburgh plays against them. And it usually causes the Flyers to make mistakes, get dumb penalties, allow the Penguins to go on the power play, and it crushes them. It's been the opposite so far in the series. And the fact, look, they took game one, and I was like, all right, they took game one. They're coming back to Philly, at least in the split. The fact that they took game two and they're up 2-0, that's the worst case scenario for Pittsburgh, to come back to Philly down 0-2. Oh my God, that game three crowd is going to be bananas. It's going to be absolutely bananas. It already would have been if it was 1-1, but the fact that it's 0-2 for Pittsburgh, oh my God. So
I think
it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I think the atmosphere in a hockey stadium is closer to like an international soccer stadium. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they've got sections throwing off, like shooting off flares and crap like they do.
And smoke bombs and stuff. Yeah.
In international soccer, like there's fights, there's like a riot, there's a stampede, but everybody's still cheering,
Yep. We talked about it before. There's nothing like the atmosphere of playoff hockey, because the seeds, look, you could talk about the 1 versus 8, the 2 versus 7. In hockey, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because anything can change in the span of like a minute or two in hockey. Somebody gets on a power play, boom, that's the end of the game, right? Like that could be the difference in that game. So I think and I don't know what you guys think of watching the hockey playoffs, but like so far the hockey playoffs have been pretty damn
phenomenal.
Exciting.
Not as a Stars fan.
Well, yeah.
But
I was going to
Stars
say
are 1-1 though. Stars are 1-1.
I know, but that first game was so ugly.
How many goals did they give up?
6 was 6-1,
right?
6-1,
yeah.
We stayed up to watch the end of the Carolina Ottawa game last night. I think it went 2 overtimes. And they took a goal away, and then there's a penalty, which I understand. My girlfriend was explaining. They got a penalty shot, then they won in the second overtime. But that game started at 7:30, wasn't over until like almost midnight. So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Mariners game.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. You watch a Mariners game. Yeah.
Go into extra innings and always start late.
But as a Flyers fan, it was something that we didn't expect this year. I didn't expect a playoff run. But they're playing fundamentally sound. They're playing solid defense, and they're scoring enough to win. So, and the goaltending has been phenomenal right now. So Vlador is standing on his head in that goal. So, look, I'm not saying we're going to be toasting Lord Stanley in June. Don't get me. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying this is probably ahead of schedule for where the Flyers were expected to be. So they're playing with house money right now, and if they can take out the arch enemy Penguins in the first round, successful year for me, buddy. Successful
I agree.
Year.
Kyle, 100%. I mean, I feel like, right, you take 2 on the road like that, now you're playing with house money, because now they're playing their backs against the wall. They got to do something, and now you're going home. Finish them. I just say finish them. Take 2 and send them home.
Yep, completely agree. All the pressure's on Pittsburgh.
All the pressure.
Kyle, you said earlier that it's such a young team and they don't have that added pressure of knowing what it's like to be in this situation. Doing this well in this situation right now, this first time in there, how do you feel next year's going to look? Regardless of what you guys do and how far you go in the playoffs, how do you feel next year's going to look for that team? And do they stop playing for the love and the pure joy and the just all out of it and now have what it feels like to have that pressure on their back? How much do you think it'll change?
I don't think they'll have the pressure. I think they'll have the hunger again. I think they'll have a taste of it and they'll want more, because they are young, but then they had a chance and they regret it not taking advantage of it, right? Because I think when the Flyers hired Rick Tocchet as their coach, I was like, going back into the well with a former player, this could get dicey. But like Tockett's like he's fiery, man. Like I watching him last night and seeing how many F-bombs he was throwing on that bench and knowing how he used to play against the Penguins, right? So I was like, all right, I can get on with this. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is great. This is exactly what they need. So I think who they have in place at an organizational level with Keith Jones at the top, then Danny Briere, and now Rick Tocchet, I think they'll keep this team focused on where they need to be focused. And I think these guys are going to be hungry going into next year for sure. For sure. I think that'll change. They're still play for the love of the game. Look, they got a couple 20-year-olds on the team. So you can't tell me they're not playing for the love of it. Plus, like there's still that caveat of the better I play, the more money I get when my contract's up type thing too, right? So that doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt, especially from the goaltender's perspective, because Vlador he's probably going to be the next big thing in terms of a goalie. So he'll probably get paid. Hopefully the Flyers can actually pay him and keep a goalie for once, because that's been the Achilles heel of the Flyers for, I don't know, my whole lifetime, basically.
Anybody just see Wembanyama get knocked out? Literally.
What? Literally? Who knocked him out?
Literally?
Himself. He was driving to the lane and he kind of got tripped. Like, I mean, he didn't but he's big tree fall hard. Smacked right on the side of the chin, and he bounced. Like his neck's going to hurt from how hard he bounced off the floor. And he just sat there asleep for a second. Like he was like a little baby, just like wrapped up in his arms, just asleep on the side.
All right, they're showing him getting him up, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Wow.
Yeah, he was down for a bit.
He went right in the locker room. In the locker room.
Yeah, after he was ready to be awake, he jumped right up and just left and was like, I'm going to take this. I'm going to walk this off back here. But
you think he got a concussion?
Oh, face first. No, that could have. Oh, that was not.
I don't know, because I mean, it's literally right on the chin. I mean, normally I don't know it was so hard, just right on the chin. It was as hard on his chin as Bam was on the back side.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't look good.
He bounced. Like you're falling forward, and then he bounced back. I mean, it was rough.
Yeah, that's not good.
Wasn't a bad foul or anything like that. I mean, he's going down the lane like how like Giannis is, where they come lumbering down there, and he tripped over somebody's legs, and momentum carries him. Just he got wrecked.
He did.
Speaking of getting wrecked, here's my segue into a little Major League Baseball here. We definitely have to talk about a couple of slumps, because a lot of people in a certain division were talking about how great their teams were going to be, and just watch, the Braves were still going to suck. Well, we still have injuries. We just lost another person. We lost our closer today to the IL. He doesn't have any loose bodies around in any of his appendages, but he's got something. So he's out for who knows how long. And of course, we haven't gotten Strider back yet. But if the Mets and the Phillies keep doing this, they're going to have to change. It's not PC, but they're going to have to change the IL back to DL, because they are all playing like they are disabled. So.
Good face.
Hey, Paul, I got a trivia.
I was going to wait for that to.
I got a question for you. I saw in Stat News yesterday. Do you know who the only player this season with 30+ hits and 20+ RBIs is in MLB this season?
I don't. I would love to say Matt Olson, but it's not.
It is an Atlanta Brave.
Oh, then it might be Drake Baldwin.
He's going.
He's he was our rookie backup catcher last year, and he looked like he
can't stand the Drake. Can't stand the Drake.
Why? What's wrong with him?
Come on, man.
You don't get the reference?
You don't get the reference?
You don't get the reference?
On. Can't stand the Drake.
Can't stand the Drake. The Seinfeld reference? Come on.
No, I don't watch Seinfeld that much.
Oh my God.
I watch it enough to see the Soup Nazi one for sure. And was it a pick? Was it a pick or wasn't it?
It wasn't a pick. It wasn't a pick.
I mean, if it helps, I do hate Drake as well. So I mean, I agree. But we need to talk about some of these slumps here. These are epic. So we'll start off with a couple of stats. One for the Braves, third most runs through 20 games in the last 100 years, according to the most reliable Google I've ever seen in my life. That just likes to give me the information that makes me smile. And then the Mets have lost, is it 11 now? 11 in a row ever since they had the new governor come out and shake hands with Mr. and Mrs. Met. It's been a wrap since then. So it's kind of like the opposite of Grimace that happened 2 years ago.
Yes.
Like some kind of freak, weird little gimmicky thing just set them off, and it literally burned them alive now. I mean, it looks absolutely dreadful. And I don't really know what the problem is, because you've still got over $500 million worth of human over there that are supposed to be able to throw and hit a baseball, and they just don't do it. So maybe somebody from Philly who can see the same thing, and maybe you've seen a game already this year live where you've seen it in person. What are they not doing? I don't understand. How are they not baseballing?
It's amazing, and it's upsetting because I can't even enjoy the Mets 11-game losing streak because the Phillies have lost 6. So like the Phillies are only like 1 or 2 games better than the Mets right now, and they've lost 11 straight. So like any other time, I'd be sitting here gloating, and I wouldn't even care that it's April. I'd be like, "Yep, it's over. Like we're that much better," but we're not, and I can't even gloat. I can't even be happy about it. And look, I said before, it's everybody wants to rip on Thompson, Rob Thompson, Rob Thompson. It's always Rob Thompson's fault. And look, I'm not saying that I like Rob Thompson. I think Rob Thompson's an idiot at this point. Like the analytics have gotten too far in baseball where it's like, oh, well, it's a left-handed pitcher. I gotta bat the right-hander no matter what. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to let my guys get into any type of rhythm. I'm switching the lineup every single day. Makes no sense to me. But I said this earlier to somebody. Our hitting coach over the last 4 years has been Kevin Long, right? Kevin Long was with the Nationals, and then he comes over to Philly. He's a Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper guy. That's why he came over to Philly, right? They wanted him. The Phillies went out and got him. So if you've watched the Phillies, or and I'm sure all the haters have watched the Phillies over the last 4 years, the most inconsistent thing about the Phillies has been their hitting. The thing that comes up short in the playoffs has been their hitting. Why are we blaming Rob Thompson all the time? Where's the hitting coach come into play in that? Like, does a hitting coach, if no matter what the hitting coach is telling them, he's either telling them the wrong things or they're not listening to the right things. Either one of those is a problem at this point. So for me, the easiest solution is cut ties with the hitting coach and get a new guy in there. Bring in a new hitting coach. And I know everybody's going to say Don Mattingly's on the bench. Make Don Mattingly the hitting coach. Don Mattingly was not a good hitting coach when he was with Toronto, right? He was a good hitter when he was a Major League Baseball player. But as a hitting coach in Toronto, he was not that good. They've batted I think their overall average was like 240 something in Toronto. They did much better the year after he left. They went to the World Series. So just saying, I don't think Mattingly's the answer from a hitting coach perspective either. But something's got to give, and I don't care if they fire Thompson at this point, but they definitely have to get rid of Kevin Long, in my opinion.
Well, do you think? I mean, I don't think anybody said anything about Donnie Baseball coming back to be the hitting coach. I think you give that man a damn jersey and a hat at this point, and just see if he can hit, make some contact there.
Yeah, ask him if he can play left field at this point. Can't do any worse. Can't do any worse. I mean, have him play third base too, JD. I mean, Alec Boehm's batting like 110. And look, I understand Alec Boehm's dealing with his parents stealing money from his foundation and all that stuff. Have him take a 2-week vacation. Have him take 2 weeks off. Just get him away from the game of baseball. Let him clear his head, take care of his personal stuff, because it's clear he's not in the right frame of mind to be playing baseball. He can't focus on things, and he's not doing well at all. So he's a liability at this point. So
do you feel bringing in a guy right now is the answer? I mean, who you bringing in? Is it organization guy, or is it somebody out? I mean, what do you do in that case? I feel like.
So from a Philly standpoint, I don't think they would fire Thompson yet, but I definitely think that you could easily get rid of Kevin Long. You can get rid of the hitting coach. Stuff like that
No,
has happened.
but who would you replace him with? Is what I'm saying. I hear you. What guy in or?
I mean,
look,
I
think Kyle Montgomery could even do a better job right now.
I think he would. He would. I don't know. Do you have to babysit these guys? I mean, they're
at
going to pay
least
a
one
ton
of the
of money.
Montgomery. Some of them.
What do you have to do?
Somebody's got to be better.
Yeah, I hear you, Kyle, because I don't know what you have to do in this situation. I mean, they're professional athletes. They take batting practice. What's going on here? I mean,
look, it's no secret that Bryce Harper's fragile, right? He's fragile. He doesn't like criticism. So if anybody criticizes him, he gets all in his feelings, and then he goes in a slump. And that's what he does. He gets all in his feelings.
I like the way he said it. That's why I was laughing. I like the way he said it.
Yeah, I mean, and he got all in his feelings with Dombrowski saying he's not elite. And look, I don't know what to say about it except the fact that Dombrowski's been right so far this season. He's not elite. He's one of the best hitters on the team this year, but he's still not elite, right? Trey Turner's trash. He's not living up to his contract. Rafael Marchand is not a Major League Baseball player. He's not. He's worse. Paul, you're going to appreciate this. I'd rather have Roas be the backup catcher than Rafael Marchand.
To find a way. I was trying to massage his name in there, and I had nothing. So I appreciate the assist because I had nothing.
Rafael Marchand's batting .037. .037 on this. He has one hit. He's like 1 for 28 on the season.
That's horrible.
How? You're catching probably 2 to 3 times a week because they're giving JT some rest. And why? Like at this point, they should have just kept Garrett Stubbs and designated Marchand for assignment at this point. It's just ridiculous.
What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, the law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
So before your head pops, let's move to New York. JD, are you able to confidently speak about both sides of the Subway Series, one positive and one negative right now?
Well, this is the thing. So I think I read that the Yankees have beat the Royals 20 out of the last 21 series. So I don't even count that toward the season right now. Now they're beating Boston tonight. I'll tell you the truth. The thing that makes me the happiest is how bad Jazz sucks. I mean, I love the Jazz was talking 50-50. He's in under 200. He has no home runs, 3 RBIs. And no one's really hitting. I mean, the guy who's having a great season. I saw something that really pissed me off on Twitter, Paul. They were comparing that Ben Rice's season is comparing to Bonds in 2001. I go, after 21 games, we're comparing Rice to freaking Barry Bonds. Are we out of our freaking minds? So the Yankees.
I'm seeing him as Ben Rice is part of every home run parlay. Now, all of a sudden, after he had 3 days in a row, it's like, oh, you got to put Ben Rice. Everything, Ben Rice. No matter what it is, Ben Rice is going to go out there and do something. It's how many times he's going to make contact, how many hits he's going to get, and then home run. Sometime during the game. It's ridiculous.
So what? So they're 13-9. They're going to get now. I know that Rodon is going to start doing a rehab. Cole's already did one, but the good thing is the AL East sucks, so they're not really having any competition there. Then he got the Mets that have been outscored 62-19 going into today in an 11-game losing streak. And how is Mendoza still have a job? I mean, you can. That's he's talking about Kelly's talking about the Phillies. I'm like the Mets could definitely part ways with Mendoza right now. They could save the season. But Mendoza, he's been crap. They stink. They stunk last year. At the end of last year, they stink this season. I mean, you're paying a ton of money. I know Soto's out, but man, my Met friends are going livid over this.
Is it tonight that Soto comes back?
No, I know McLean is pitching tonight. They're up 3-0. Now it's 3-2. I was supposed to go to the game tonight. I got sick, so we didn't. My buddy and I didn't go.
3-3.
Oh, it's 3-3. Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
So
yes,
riddle me this, Batman. Why is Jason Dominguez still in the minors?
And then I saw another stat. I said my Grisham's since 25 has led major leagues and all these on base, all this stuff, and I'm like, that's not the Grisham I've been watching. Every time I need a big hit, he's not the guy getting the hit. Yeah, I don't understand. That's why no GM should be a GM as long as what's his name? Moron. Who's Cashman? Nobody should have a job as long as Cash. How does Cashman have a job this long? I mean, I don't know. I think Girardi should get. I think Girardi would be great to get a job midseason. That's what we were talking about. The Mets should go after Girardi because he's a guy who knows his stuff, and he'd be hard. You know, like Kyle was saying, you need guys. I want a coach who's going to be on my players, not be like, "Hey guys, namaste." I want somebody who's going to be in their faces, and that's what I want.
I'm right there with you. Right there with you.
Yeah,
And
no,
Rob
you
Thompson,
agree? Yeah.
Yeah, we have the same mentality on it, brother. Same mentality on it. Because Rob Thompson's that guy, like, oh, I'll give you a day off because you had a rough night. No, get back out there and play the next day.
Yeah.
You're making millions of dollars, you prick. Come on.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, and what do you have to do? It's like literally you run the equivalent of a mile during the entire game. Like you need to just chill out.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's not that hard.
It's not that
and
hard.
I swear, if you don't like run out like first base and you like pull up because you think you're going to hurt yourself, you better stop.
Or just slide into first base like Jazz thinks that's going to get him there faster. Like, yeah, okay, Jazz. Yeah.
Obviously a physics major.
Yeah. Obviously physics.
Jackass. Clearly.
I can't stand him. I really can't. I mean, yeah. And that's the thing. It's wide open this year. We were talking about the Dodgers, they're 15-6. It's not like they're dominating the league. I mean, they could go in a slump. I mean, it's there for the taking for even if it's still too early for anybody to be like, oh, the season. No, you lost 6 in a row, Kyle. It's not. Mariners are right. Mariners are in first place, Christy.
No, God, no. No, no.
Good segue. Good segue, JD. Why don't you give us the state of Seattle there, Christy, please?
10 and 11. Wait, hang on. What are we? 10
I
and
take
14.
that right now.
10 and 14.
I would take that.
10 and 14.
Sorry about that, Chris.
But I mean, I looked like a week ago because we were on a horrible losing streak last week. And when I looked, I want to say probably Monday or Tuesday last week, I'm like, there was only 2 teams that had hit double-digit wins in all of baseball. And it was the Padres and the Dodgers at that point in time. And I was like, well, okay, I can, I'm not happy with the situation. I understand it started off really slow this year, but I mean, I love Dan Wilson. I love the way he does the rotation. Like Sunday, he had Garver in instead of Cal, but Cal was DHing. And, I mean, it's just, our pitching is on fire. I'll be happy when Bryce Miller comes back. But I mean, we're very, I don't even know what the word is for this because it's not even like streaky because it's win 1, lose 1, lose 4, win 3, lose 2. Win 1, and I'm just like, oh, and then like blowing the game the other night, like, and you guys all thought that was hilarious in the Discord to just go at, I'm like, oh, people are up watching the game. Awesome when we lose and blow a like 6-1 lead in the 7th and 9th inning, and I'm like, man. And now I know how you Mets and Phillies fans feel, but yeah. I mean, I'm happy with my team. They're talking about bringing Jamie Moyer back as a pitching coach. I love
as a pitcher.
No, that was part of that 2001 team, man. He's old, but
hey, he was on the Phillies too. Like he was dominant. He got his 250. I was at his 250th win when he was with the Phillies. So
I think
Jamie Moyer will always have a special place in my heart. Being Sallerton, Pennsylvania representative,
I think he's part of like the timeline where you can get to like the year 1900 by like 5 players. I think he's one of the first ones to go back, like Jamie Moyer goes back, 96 years. And then the next person, like whoever it is from like the 70s or whatever, like he played with somebody. And yeah, I think he's one of the timeline where you can get to the origin of baseball in 5 players.
You can. Yeah. Jamie Moyer, then one player, and then Cy Young, and then it's like 2 other people. It's crazy. But I remember seeing that stat. It's like Jamie Moyer's career with when he started versus when he ended and retired, he could have faced, I think, like 75% of all Major League Baseball
Yeah.
players. Like
Yeah.
it's like how LeBron, like when they do LeBron's thing where it's like he played against 40% of all NBA players. One guy played against 40% of all NBA players. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep. Well, we're definitely not going to talk about LeBron, but we definitely can shift a little bit from baseball to the NFL. There's a lot going on in the NFL with the draft 2 days away. Before I kind of want to talk about everybody's teams, kind of their draft hopefuls. I actually want to talk about the Giants just for a minute. I know none of us are here representing the Giants for good reason, but they just made that big trade, and now have the 5th and the 10th pick. And for some of those mock drafts, I mean, some of those drafts have them like the 5th and 10th player. Oh my gosh, they look amazing. I feel sorry for those players when they start to get injured. Hate where playing in New York, like Sexy Dexy did, and all that kind of stuff. But for right now, that sounds pretty freaking good on paper. Let's start off with this. Let's start off talking about the Giants for a second. What do we think the Giants are going to do at 5 and 10 or 5 or 10? Meaning, are they going to keep them? And if they do, just go best available?
I have heard. I don't know what you guys think. I think my friend's a huge Giants fan. He thinks Styles and then Downs. They're both
Yeah,
Ohio State guys.
Yeah, I think I saw Caleb Downs at 10 was the more solid one. The 5th pick is extremely fluid, and I think it all hinges on Jeremiah Love, to be honest, who is the only like I don't care if I have 3 running backs that I think are super serviceable. I am taking Jeremiah Love.
Really? You're taking him 5th? That's what I wanted to ask. After last year,
I would,
Genty. Really?
no, I mean, I'm not saying the Giants should, but anybody in the draft should
So
take
that's what I'm asking
after
you, Paul.
Mendoza.
Okay.
After Mendoza, every single team should take him. You've got a potential generational running back talent. You know the market for running backs the way it is. And if you can keep him and he plays good and you can get the 5th year, it's the same way, like, like if we could get Jaden Daniels to be serviceable for this whole time. That rookie contract is invaluable if you can get somebody that can impact you that much, that quick. But again, back to the Giants, I don't think he's going to be there. I think people may try and trade up as far as to number 3, where the Cardinals are, because the Cardinals may take him. So I'm wondering what the Giants are going to be. I think there's going to be a decent amount of trades.
Yeah, but I don't know what you all think about. I hear what you're saying, Paul, but if the Cards take him, you don't have a line. Love could be running he's going to be running just like, and where's he going? I mean, if he has no line, it doesn't matter if you jump that high with him. I mean, if you got someone that's going to have to open the holes for him. I just don't. I get worried about taking it. I mean, Saquon went high that year, and then he got injured all the time. Then went to and had a great year with the Eagles last year, and nothing to take away Kyle. But
he had a great year 2 years ago
yeah.
with the Eagles, not last year. Let's get this
right.
right.
No, right. Yes. I apologize. 2 years ago. But that's what I wanted to ask all of you. I mean, do you feel taking a running back that high now in this day and age, or do you wait and take a guy 2nd, 3rd round? There's guys. I don't know.
I mean, my team seems to think that taking Love is going to help Cam Ward, and they're hoping for him. But, I mean, again, there's no line for my team. So unless you're drafting or doing anything else, a little bit later on and beefing up that O-line, him and Cam are just going to be stalemated back there, and it looked like last year. I mean, adding a stud running back with no line in front of you does absolutely nothing for your offense.
Right.
So,
yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, taking a running back that high, to your point, JD, it would concern me from my team. Not my personal team, just like any team, especially the Cardinals in that situation, like you said, because they don't have a line. And they have, who's their quarterback? Brissett.
Brissett.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they don't have a established, I mean, they don't have a future quarterback on their team. So like, I think they have other needs than taking that running back. Right. But stranger things have happened. There's a reason why they're usually at the, in the top 10 picks. and you're right. We'll see what happens. And look, Saquon didn't have the year that he had 2 years ago, but he still had over like 1,400 yards from scrimmage. So that's nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? It just wasn't as good as the year before.
Yeah, I mean, he had a year for the ages 2 years ago. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he was like, but that's all I feel, Paul. I feel that like the Giants have so many holes, and they also have that other running back besides they have that other kid. They got
the crayon eater,
Tracy, right?
Yeah, Tracy. Tracy's a good running. Tracy's a good running back. I feel like they have two good running backs, and so many holes to fill for that team that taking running back that high to me would be, I don't think it helps the team.
I think the Giants are going to do this smart, and I hate saying that because it's the Giants, but I think the Giants, if they stay at 5, I don't see them taking a running back. I see them trading out of the 5 spot, trading back, keeping the 10 spot, and either taking Caleb Downs or an offensive lineman at 10, because they're going to trade the 5th pick for another pick in the first round or even like 2 second-round picks, and they're going to rebuild that offensive line and make sure that offensive line is stacked. That's what I think they're going to do.
I agree with you. Yeah, that's what I feel they should do the same thing. I feel like they should just get stockpile picks because there's going to be players to get in the second year. I agree. And I know it's not going to help your Eagles. Yeah.
Well, it's not going to help the Eagles, but if the Giants were smart, next year's draft is a lot deeper than this year's draft for the skill positions that they actually want, right? So
I was going to say that. I think Patty had said that last week or before, that it's not exactly a sexy draft. It's a good draft for like the skill positions. So, I mean, this is like a good fat guy draft. The people in the trenches, somewhere on the defense and offensive line, I think is where there's going to be a lot of good pickups. You don't have the tons of running backs, tons of wide receivers, and you got one quarterback, and after that, it falls off big time.
Yeah.
And I do think next year is supposed to be a whole lot better. So I think if you do stockpile, and if you can't get that guy that you cannot live without, then stockpile whatever you need that made you suck the last year.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Well, and that's why I'm looking at it from an Eagles standpoint. The two things that they need to rebuild are offensive line and defensive line, and this draft is great for that. So do what you need to do, and then if you need to, whatever you're going to trade AJ Brown for to the Patriots, because obviously we all know that's happening. We've talked about it for every day for 90 months straight, it seems like, and I don't know which reporter is breaking the news now that Diana Rossini's not allowed to work because she did whatever she did with Vrabel and broke up that household, whatever. But I will say, if the Eagles were smart, when they trade A.J. Brown, they trade him for picks next year. Trade him for the picks next year. I don't care about this year. They have enough draft picks this year. They don't need any more this year. Trade him for next year.
You could turn it into Jeremiah Smith. Who knows?
Oh my God!
You could.
Please no. Please no.
You absolutely
please
could.
No.
You absolutely
please
could.
No. That would be.
It could happen.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Please no. You guys.
One thing I saw today is that Heinz Ketchup, Heinz Products, is actually making a little promo for the number 57 pick.
Oh, really?
I think it's going to be sponsored. Somehow they've looped Devin Hester into it. Just pick Devin Hester out of the blue somehow. Nothing wrong with Devin Hester, but just kind of random. So whoever gets picked at number 57 gets a lifetime supply of ketchup.
I mean, that's worth it for me.
Me too.
Yeah,
Mahomes too. Mahomes
I don't
likes
think ketchup. I don't think ketchup really goes bad either.
Not really.
I don't think I've ever thrown away ketchup for it being old. It may have been old, but I didn't throw it away because it was old. Chris, you ever find any little ketchup bottle that you had from like 1992 that the bar forgot somewhere behind like an old oven or a cabinet?
I fly through like 4 cases of ketchup bottles a week. I couldn't find an old ketchup. I mean, yeah.
It's heaven.
Is there anything? All right. Well, yeah, let's make this interesting. What as a bar manager would you say is likely to go bad
In a
that you might
sports
have in the
bar,
back?
sweet vermouth. I always have to throw away the bottles of sweet vermouth because we are not a Manhattan drinking bar. We like our stuff straight up or mixed with something. So sweet
And
vermouth.
that goes bad?
Oh my God, yeah. Fast.
I didn't know liquor goes bad. I thought,
It's
most of
'cause
the time.
it's I mean it's liquor, but it's the
It's a
way
mixer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
yeah.
your
So does
vermouth
it mean
you definitely
the
you have to
sweet
pay
turns to
attention.
sour then, I guess, maybe
Oh,
like
well,
sugar
it
turning
gets
into
the
vinegar?
impurities and stuff in that bottle. Oh, it looks so gross. You gotta pay attention to your vermouths for sure.
Vermouth was not the answer I thought you were going to give. Is there another maybe more
I
common
thought she was going to say
staple?
the people. I thought she was going to say the people. But
You never know. Maybe Tony P is somewhere back there, like buried under
Nope.
like one of the
Nope.
like
Nope.
no.
Nope. No bodies. No bodies anywhere. Not on. There was a dog at one point in time that the old owner buried on the volleyball courts, but that was it.
And then it came
Okay.
back to life.
No, it just made its way up to the surface.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He did a good job burying it. Wow, that's wild. Help me! Help me! Help me!
Couple of good rain showers, and he came back to life.
Totally pet cemetery that one.
Right. Woof.
Good gracious.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, this is sort of the time where I would start going into my my segment of lame or gain. I know that
Or
at
could
least
it be
one
the
person's
time that
gonna.
you would shout out the sponsors because you forget those
Oh, that's right. I was going to, but one of them just left.
single week,
There he is.
Paul.
He's back.
All right, I had a
Carlson.
lamer game this week that I wanted to show you. So
Absolutely. I'm all over that. While you're doing that, why don't we'll give you the opportunity this time to shout out um, something that you might do with your brother on a podcast.
yeah, that was a little weird
Yeah, I
segue
stuttered
there.
through it. That came out.
Something I
It sounded
might
better in
do
my
with
head.
my brother. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird. So you can check out Mr. Jim Montgomery and This Day in Philly Sports History. Every day he posts nonstop audio, nonstop just content regarding Philadelphia sports history and what happened, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's always fun. Me and him share a podcast together talking about the Eagles. We just did a draft episode. The dude's all over the place. Tomorrow he's meeting with the Delaware County Press Club for a luncheon where he's networking, and Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame will be there. He has a table full of memorabilia and a meet and greet type thing. So a lot of good times, man. He's doing big things. So if you get a chance to check him out. And JD, I can't wait for the opportunity for you and him to finally meet and actually get to banter back and forth on a podcast, because I think you guys would. We may have to have our lovely producer go into overtime on a night like that, because I think you guys would talk for hours.
I would love it. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe this isn't for you directly, JD, if I'm seeing it correctly, but if you're in the Lancaster area and you need a good haircut, you can talk to Lean and mention the community and get a discount there. Yeah, she'll line you up wherever you need it.
Well, and I said this in off air on the last podcast. I'm going to get my own custom 3D chain from Lotwin that has Patty's face with the "Shut Up, Kyle." So definitely going to use the discount code TCCPOD with Lotwin custom 3D chains to get my own personal "Shut Up, Kyle."
That's going to be a very large chain, Christy. It's going to be a large chain, though, with Patty.
I know Patty's got a big head, and it's fine. I'll rock it. I'll wear it.
He got a Brunson head. He got a Brunson head.
He does have a Brunson head.
Yep, for sure.
He does.
Well, Kyle, maybe you should show your show and tell first.
Yeah, I will. I'll show mine if you show yours. Okay, so that's what we'll do.
Yep. There you go. Now you made it weird too. Now we're even.
Since we touched on the hockey playoffs, I wanted to share a little piece of memorabilia that I own. It's none other than probably the greatest Flyers goalie ever, Mr. Bernie Parent, an autographed hockey puck that's from a 25th anniversary of his Hall of Fame in 1984. So it's a commemorative hockey puck signed by Bernie Perrant, and it's inscripted as Hall of Fame 1984. So definitely a fun little keepsake there. It just adds to my memorabilia collection, but definitely needed to get something Bernie. My brother has a couple hockey sticks. A buddy of mine has like 60 of them, but I have a couple bats on holders up here. I want to get a couple more hockey sticks and hang them up here. But yeah, that's something that I wanted to share with the group since it's NHL playoff time, buddy.
I appreciate you sharing, and also congratulations on the win tonight, beating the Celtics. Game is not over. Game is over. So,
Love it.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Mine is going to be a little bit Carolina related. We got 3 pickups today in the transfer portal. 2 that were good. One that is like the 11th guy on the bench. I'm not really too worried. Positive, negative, indifferent. Didn't even know his name before today. But feel pretty good. But one of our stalwarts that we had, he's a Richmond guy. I saw him play one of the local high schools here, but he stayed longer and made more money than he should have. But Armando Bacot is definitely a Richmond favorite. Another guy kind of like Tyler Hansbrough, just his doesn't have an NBA career coming, but he's going to be a Carolina legend for sure, and he always has. So I have these 2 sports cards that are from his rookie year. They are numbered 1 of 1 and are both graded to be in mint condition. While not super valuable or super rare, but are mean a lot to me, and I think they're pretty darn cool. So we got a little gold superfractor here, a little black shimmer. Both of them, can't see, it's too small, but they're both numbered 1 to 1, 1 of 1.
Nice.
So
nice.
And that was definitely purchased with fantasy football funds for sure.
There you go.
I love it.
Which are running out, which actually have already run out. So, Kyle, we're going to have to work on a transition here in about a month or so.
We got something in the works. Don't worry.
But I think that'll do her. I think it's been a great episode as usual. Love the consistent participation from certain individuals here. Appreciate you always sticking with us here, Christy and JD. I'm sure this is just a few of many to come, so we're looking forward to more and more. Guess we'll be looking for a new friend. I believe it goes by Linwood, Lonnie, whatever it is. Assistant manager with Kyle, whatever it may be. He sounds like a great person with the worst teams that he roots for across major sports. The only thing that I'm not aware of is college football. I can only imagine it's Alabama. So let's go ahead and get off before I blow my top like Kyle does 3 times during an episode that he vehemently denies, but actually does happen. So,
Cameron, you are.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Well, let's go ahead and hop off here. It's going to be past my bedtime. Love all you kids, and we'll talk to you later.
Go Flyers. Go Flyers.
Go Flyers. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Flyers. Yeah,
I'm fine with that.